If you've ever had knee pain, walking, going up or down the stairs, getting up from a chair, or during exercise, you've probably been told to stretch it, strengthen it, or just rest it. But what if your knee isn't causing the problem? And even more importantly, what if the way you're moving every single day is what's continuing to irritate it? Hi, I'm Heather, a yoga and Pilates teacher and movement educator who specializes in strength, mobility, and healthy aging. On this channel, we explore how the body works and how intelligent movement can help us stay strong, capable, and resilient at every age. Your knee is actually a pretty simple joint as far as movement is concerned. It mostly bends and straightens. It's what we call a hinge joint. It's not designed for a lot of rotation, but your body does rotate through your hips and through your foot and ankle. So when that movement isn't happening well where it should, your knee often ends up taking on forces it's not built to handle. And this bit of information becomes even more important as we get older. Because over time, if we lose strength, control, or coordination, especially in the hips and feet, the knee often becomes the place where we start to feel it. Not because it's weak, but because it's being asked to do too much of the wrong kind of work. Work that would be distributed through other joints and structures if they were functioning optimally. Think about how often you use your knees every day. Walking, stairs, sitting and standing, getting up off of the floor. These are not exercise movements. These are life movements, and how we perform them matters. Here, let me show you. This is something we all do every day, standing up from a chair. So, if your knees drop in or your weight shifts forward like this, your knees take on more stress. But if we organize this movement differently, using the hips, keeping the knees tracking more in line, the load is distributed much more effectively. Here's another example. Rotation. If the rotation is coming from your knee, more stress. But if the rotation is happening in the hip, that's where it's supposed to come from. And the same thing happens from the ground up. If I roll to the inner edges of my feet, notice what happens to my knees. If I roll to the outer edges of my feet, notice what happens to my knees. But when I create a more stable foot, the knee doesn't have to compensate as much. So your knee isn't just randomly hurting. It's responding to how force is moving through your body. So instead of thinking, what's wrong with my knee? A more helpful question might be, how am I using my knee during my movements? Because your knee is kind of caught in the middle between what your foot is doing and what your hip is doing. And the goal isn't just to get out of pain, it's to move well enough that your joints are supported for the long term. Strength, control, and awareness become more important, not less as we age. So instead of trying to fix your knee in isolation, start by understanding how your body is actually moving. Because when you build strength, awareness, and control, you won't just reduce pain, you'll support your body for the long term. And in the next video, I'll show you one of the most common movement mistakes that puts extra stress on the knee and what to do instead. So if you're over 50, or you're heading there and you want to understand your body, not fight it, this channel is for you. So go ahead and subscribe, because aging is not about restriction. It's about learning how your body works now. And if you'd like a little more support along the way, you can join my email community at OmBodies.com. That's where I share more of the good stuff. And here on YouTube, we'll just keep building.